it was going to have to get really bad and really obvious before enough people woke up to the fact that this is no conspiracy, it's actually, or theory, it's actually true. And we are kind of getting there faster than people realize. Basically, what people are looking for is a getaway car. It's, or have been up to this point, and still are in large numbers. And what I mean by that is they don't want to face what's going on. So they're looking for a getaway car to explain why the conspiracy version of what's going on can't possibly be true. And this can manifest itself, and it does, in vehemence against people who are exposing it. And the reason for that, it's the same psychological principle as shut up, change the subject, don't want to talk about it. Because if I talk about it and I think about it, there's a heck of a chance that I'm going to realize that actually I can't go on denying it, because it is actually true. Now realizes is there's some force that is actually trying to destroy American society and the American economy. So when you've got people in that, if you like, quote, class, who are starting to see it, then you know that you really are starting to get somewhere. And this is where this massive hysterical censorship comes from. You know, the whole foundation of human control, because you're talking about a few controlling billions, is to control the perceptions of the billions. And you do that by controlling the information they receive to form those perceptions, which then dictate their behavior. And so this whole censorship that's going on, I mean, it's just absolutely ridiculous now. The mildest questioning of almost anything in the system narrative is censored. It's not from a point of view of strength. They're not doing it because they're strong. They're doing it because they're weak, because their narrative will not stand up to scrutiny. So they just have to stop the scrutiny. I'm the one with the power because I don't want to censor anybody. I don't want to censor all the abuse and ridicule that I've had. I don't want to censor any of it, because once you start censoring people's ability to have an opinion, even one that can be proved to be wrong, then you're giving some authority the right to decide what's right and wrong and what can be heard and not heard. And, you know, this is the thing that's missed in the whole freedom of speech debate. The right to be wrong is the fundamental or a fundamental foundation of freedom of speech. Because of this, what comes from it, which is that if you don't have the right to be wrong, then someone's deciding what's right and wrong and what you can hear and can't hear, and you have tyranny. If someone is saying something that you believe to be wrong, then produce the evidence in open debate and circulation to show that they're wrong. Now, that's what a free society would do, and that's what a strong society would do. But we don't have a strong society. We don't have a strong cabal. We have a very weak one, actually. And the reason they therefore have to censor on the scale they are, more and more all the time, as more and more people wake up and see the game, the censorship increases with it, absolutely connected, because the more that people wake up, the more people there are to post information to get people to see a situation in a different light. So the more there is to censor. So these people are on the run. It may not seem like it, or, you know, he censored this, censored that, can't go on this now, can't go on that. They're on the run, because if you are secure and confident in what you're saying, then you're very happy for the free flow of information, so people can challenge what you're saying, and people can make their own mind up. If you know that your narrative is a lie, and these people obviously do, then the only way that you're going to stop it being exposed as such is by censorship. And that's why they're doing it. And that's why they're weak, not strong. If you come from that perspective, that panoramic perspective that is not caught in this 5 sense label ridden identity, then you can see things, you can connect things, and you can intuitively know things. Like if you get into that intuitive knowing level, you don't need your boat to spring a leak. You just intuitively know, look, hold on, I'm going to get across to the bank. I'm going to get some more information about where this river's going, because I just feel something. I just feel here somewhere that I shouldn't go on at the moment. I should find out more. But when you're not in that sensitivity, then your other levels of consciousness can manifest actually events that your five senses experience, which is a hole in your boat. And we think that's a random event. It's not. It's something that's been created to stop you going over a bloody waterfall. And if you listen and see the signs, then you can navigate life. You can navigate the maze in a way that you can't if you just go five sense everything. So from my point of view, I'm looking at the picture from this level of awareness, the observing level of awareness, and everything looks. You can see how the dots connect, and you can also see what the fundamental foundation of all of it is, the conspiracy, and that's to isolate human attention in the five senses, in the body mind. That's the whole foundation of the conspiracy. It's all about perception control, perception manipulation, and focus control. So we are told to self-identify the I with the labels of a human life, like I am ours, I call them. I am a man, I am a woman, I am this sexuality, I am this race, I am this religion, whatever. And what you're doing when you focus your identity at that level is you're identifying and self-identifying with limitation. At that level, it's an I can't world. It's an it's not possible world. And yet it's all possible, and it's not limited once you realize that you are not limited, because you are not those labels that you identify with. You are the consciousness, ultimately infinite in nature, that is having that experience. And so you can see the way that this focus of attention on labels, label self-identity, phantom self, I call it, is being made more and more extreme now, because there is an awakening going on. More and more people are going through this process of awakening. Awakening from what? Awakening from five sense perception alone. So they now start to see dots connecting instead of just dots. And you therefore have the pressure going the other way from this cabal, this global cult, as I call it, to focus attention on more and more myopia and subdivisions of the previous self-identity labels.